Alrighty, so that was fun. Now you guys should be able to hear me, so let's do this all over again. We are in the lobby now, signing in for Best Shaper World. This month it is none other than Nissa the High Huntress. My name is Gaarawarr. I'll be hosting co-caster today. With me is Tarelther. Thor is out today taking care of some personal business. He will be here tomorrow for the finals. So if you're looking forward to the God of Thunder, he will be joining us tomorrow. So today we are doing Best Nissa World. The 1v1 mirror match is starting right now. We have Von Silvermoon and DI Dragain as we hop right into the game. So you showed up just in time.
Yeah, absolutely. And sorry, I guess we'll just have to trash talk Tarelther in Thor's place, right?
That's usually how we do it.
Exactly. All right.
Update everybody's names here, but you take it away.
In fact, even I haven't seen this overlay yet, so he's kept this a big secret from everybody. Props to Posey for working on this for us here. I mean, I know Posey did it, so even though I haven't seen it, I know it's got to be pretty good.
Yeah, Posey built the base. I added all the fun little extra things, but he did a great job. I do enjoy it. We are open to feedback, though, because this is a new format. We minimized it as much as possible so that we could use this awesome new disappearing HUD feature that they put in with casting mode.
Yep.
So,
also nice
hold on.
Also nice to see that we'll actually be able to see what the players have skilled up. Although in Nissa Mirror, it's going to be pretty easy. Max the branching blade. Dragon, apparently, even though he typed in the sign-up that he confirmed that he knew the rules, he went to the wrong lane.
It's his first time. It's okay. Right. It's okay. He will be at a little bit of a disadvantage coming into the lane. He did drop his ward already. However, he does have his friendly companion Tala, and I believe Von Silvermoon was kind enough to not just stand in the bush and smack him in the face.
But they look like they're going to smack each other in the face anyway.
Well, that's fair at that point.
And here comes Tala. There you go. Nice little squirrel running in. You know what? We didn't go over loadouts. Looks like both of these guys are a gladiator. Vaughn looks like he's going with a Ravager loadout with 7.1 power, 0.9 mastery, because gotta have that 1% chance to crit. 8.2 armor, 2% life drain. I think I mentioned that. And, oh well. And Ravager, Dragon, also running Ravager, as I can tell by the glowy sparklies around him. This is just 11.6 power and 12 armor with the Ravager. As you can see, the contestants positioning themselves in a manner where they're not going to get hit by Branching Blade. However, Von Silvermoon doesn't have that luxury anymore because he only had one line of minions left, and that means the Branching Blade has a very high chance of bouncing to him. So I think it's going to be a lot about quick push. This makes the Branching Blade a lot harder to land. And see, look at that. Without a full wave of minions, that Branching Blade is free.
Branching Blade? Did she get a new hairstyle?
Yeah, I can't talk.
Do we have
today.
a new skin?
Good Lord.
Do we have braided hair Nissa? Yeah. Oh my god!
Oh man, throwing out braids. There you go.
We do have the idol on Nissa, I can tell just by the sound of it. I don't even have to look. Pachoo! Pachoo! Pachoo!
Why Dragon going hyper aggressive here? Can't say I blame him. I mean, he understands that lane control is going to be more important in this matchup than most other Best Shaper World matchups. If we did something like a Freya, then it might be more important than you'd use your creeps to try to get away, or maybe even a Kendra.
I'm just going to go ahead and say one of the cool features about, while they're farming up here, one of the cool features about the caster mode is you can switch between the players pretty easily here as I'm moving back and forth between them. We get to see their experience bars. We also get to see how much money they have. In the 5v5s, it's a little harder to keep track of, but in the 1v1s, it's like, oh, I know just how well they're doing. I can tell you how far ahead they are.
Exactly.
It's pretty awesome. Love it.
I mean, we could always tell the health, but still.
There you go. Well, yeah, health is always there. Obviously, we can see that big bar.
Oh,
and he goes all in. One more auto attack. He's dead.
Nope, Drain got him.
Yep.
And it's over just like that.
Yeah, level 5, the drain is only 175 damage, as you can see from me hovering over it right there. So he had to go in and get another auto attack off because he did have a couple bars clicked there. But that is match 1. We will hop out and we will get into match 2. So that was a quick win for Dragain. But remember, folks, this is a... oops. I need to hit yes there. This is a Swiss-style tournament, so just because you lose one game does not mean you're out, or even if you lose 2 games, you're not out. You play 4 rounds of 2 games each, so 8 total games over the course. The top 8 players with the most points at the end of the day move on to the finals. So it's a great way to get a lot of experience in a competitive environment, not just a one-and-done thing where you don't really get to learn and how to improve. So we were just waiting for everybody to leave that spectated match, and then we will get the next.
And for Tarelther to switch the server for the next game, because that would be kind of important.
Yep. I think someone's still in.
Dawngate, please. Well, see, as the spectators, if we leave and we don't go back in, we can just go to another one immediately, so...
Oh, hey, that's cool.
The players, not so much. But yeah, that was quick. Hopefully, a lot of the games here will be like that.
Watch them both be still sitting in that game. Well, you know.
I sure hope not.
We'd be here for a while chatting. That's okay. We can chat. Crickets. Crickets.
Yeah, no kidding.
Alright, so we do have 14 contestants that signed up today. We will not be casting all of their games, but we will do one set of games from each round. If we finish one game super early, we won't be able to get into the last game of another match. But we actually did have one person that dropped out, as you might have heard earlier. So there will be one by each round. It shouldn't affect the standings too much, but we will keep track of that. Everything is handled by Battlefy. We use their brackets because they are nice enough to handle Swiss brackets. Not everybody is. Oh.
And a quick update, Dragon had to restart his PC. He sent me that before he restarted, so...
We'll get Vaughn in here.
That is why we are waiting on him. Hopefully Vaughn's not stuck in the lobby still. Well, Dante, everybody ignores you. What are you talking about? I mean, especially before you got that new microphone. I mean, you just sounded like you were in a wind tunnel all the time. We had to mute you. I mean, we couldn't stand it, man.
What's up, Epic Guys? Thanks for joining us. All right, so Von Silvermoon is in the stream chat. So, buddy, get out of that game and get into our game.
Yeah, no kidding.
We'll get this action going for round 2. Players are allowed to choose swap out their loadouts, make some adjustments in between matches. That is acceptable.
Although, with how quick that last game went, do you think we'll see a move away from Ravager? Or something that what's the one that scales in the late game very well?
I don't know that it really made a big difference, but you know, a lot of times you'll see players swap in and out different loadouts throughout the entire first day, just as long as they end up in the top 8. You know, they don't have to be number 1, and that lets them try out different things, see how one works versus another. But we'll see what happens here. If
here we go.
There we go.
Everybody's in. Let's go ahead and start the game here. Now, both of these players were Gladiator last time. Do you think we'll ever see a Tactician today? I really don't think so, even though the attack procced off the Branching Blade is... I mean, it's basically free once you get one line of minions down.
If you pick Tact, you're basically telling the person you're playing against that you want to win before you buy items. If I went up against somebody that was Tactician, I would just sit back and not let them harass me, like even at the cost of some minions, just because I'm making more money than them overall.
The Dawn Gate.
So
okay, but what if somebody picks Hunter? Oh wait, that's Farasine didn't sign up.
Yeah. Alrighty, so we have Dragon coming out with the Hunger 1 pot, the same thing coming out of Von Silvermoon, so they are mirrored completely with spells and everything. Loadouts, though, a little bit different. Actually, they're both... If I got that right, they're both running Ravager? That's what I'm saying.
They are both running Ravager. However, Dragon went a little more defensive on his loadout. He's 8.3 power and 13.6 armor. And Vaughn is... Oh my god.
Early drain. That's only 90 damage.
But it's enough to push Von Silvermoon back. Although the minions aren't here yet. He'll lose a couple minions, basically. But Dragon's not going to get too terribly much for that. But then again, the good thing about Drain is that it'll come back up relatively quickly.
Minions have spawned.
And I will swap their names on the overlay so we have the correct scores. That's always good.
No, wait. Hang on. No, it was Vaughn that changed his loadout.
I don't know. That first match was so quick. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah. They're both running very, very similar loadouts, though. Power, Armor, Ravager.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys want... Well, yeah, let's restart it then.
All right, then.
You guys are confusing me with this chat here, seriously.
Didn't they ask for... Sorry, we didn't have their chat on stream in between matches when we were doing the lobby, but...
Yeah.
Didn't they say something about EU, or did you ask about EU?
I asked.
So basically, here's how the rule works. So you have the choice of either taking Mortal Side first or choosing your server. So if you choose Mortal Side and the other person wants EU, then the first game, that's how it works, and then the second game you swap both. So we try to keep an eye on that. Did you start a game without me, or did you delete that?
I stopped. I wasn't sure if I put it to North America or not.
All right, so let's do that. Oh, all the fun little things you get to add whenever they make changes. So now we've got casting mode. We've also got North American and EU servers, and we got to track it all. So much fun.
Exactly.
But we do try to be courteous to our EU competitors. That's why we run this early in the day, North America time, so that the EU can join us. Are we good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were good.
Okay. So this time, we will make it happen.
This time we're on the right server. Yeah.
Get her done. Both you guys can't see this, but both players rocking that Year Zero icon, which means they have been beta testers since 2013. So not new to the Dawn Gate at all.
Well, no, sometimes we have new players compete in Best Shaper World, and they do okay. Kind of like Strawberry Coco joined us last time, relatively new player, and he played in the top 8 of Best Area World. So, I mean, just because you're new, don't be afraid to sign up. I mean, you'll still got a chance of going through. Let's see, anything different here with the loadouts? I wouldn't think so. Yeah, but you blame me for everything anyway. So.
They got in pretty quickly, so I'd say it's pretty much the same. And the only difference is it's about 3.3 difference in power between them, and only a 1.6 difference in armor. So it's interesting that you get about twice as much power into that loadout as armor if you just swap a couple things around.
Well, because you hit diminishing returns pretty quickly.
You know what I mean. The difference is twice as much. So yeah, that's interesting.
Fun fact, if you want a loadout that's just flat power, and that's all you want, you can get 20 power out of it.
Yeah.
But you won't get anything else.
Minions have
well, in this case, a Ravager, in both of these cases, Ravager fully stacked at level 1 is 7 power.
Yeah.
So these guys will still get pretty close to 20 power, but they still get to keep their armor, too.
One will be 18.6, and the other will actually be 15.3 at that point. Little dance action. Dragain doesn't want to join in.
No, I guess not. Epic got Rice. I wonder if Lifesteal Form Stack works. On Nissa, I wouldn't think so. The main problem with that is you need to fire off abilities to trigger the
Branching
Vanguard
Blade,
passive.
Wing Clip.
But you're gated by focus at that point. If you try to throw out Branching Blade and Wing Clip a lot, you're going to go starved on focus. And if you go focus starved in a 1v1 Nissa, you're going to get jumped.
You'd have to.
I'm sure both of these players are watching these focus bars very, very
you'd
closely.
be committing to auto attacking stuff with your the chase up. So it would only really you could only really pull it off at level 3 once you had all everything. But you know, whatever. Try whatever you want. That's the whole point of this, right?
And that's another thing to consider too. Do you want to save your chase to initiate or get away from a bad situation, or do you want it to use it to spam your abilities more? That's a choice you have to make. Personally, I would save it and just not spam abilities as much. See Dragon doing last hitting under the tower.
The only choice you don't really have to make when you're playing 1v1 Nissa is which bush you want to have vision in, because you get both of them.
Exactly. There are no secrets in the bushes.
So it looks like Dragain is actually up about 50 to 75 Vim on average. He's pushing that zone, keeping Von Silvermoon from actually last hitting. Nice again that we can actually see that now. But that's about the difference you're going to see with their CS only being a 3 or 4 part. That's all it takes.
Oh, Chase both going down at the same time, but Dragon's firing off the Branching Blade in the middle of Von's minions, so you have to tank them up, but he's still coming out ahead on the trade because of it. I think that's why they put all the armor in their loadout too, not only to deal with the enemy harass, but you know the minions do physical damage too. So I just hope we don't see like order rushes, because we saw that during Best Varian World, and that was
Tarelther asked them not to do that. I said they can do whatever they want, but we'll make fun of them if they do. But
exactly, that's exactly what's going to happen.
It's pretty painful to watch and play against, I'm sure.
But oh man, Von getting
he's
really
going for it.
Going for the dive. The drain's going down, but he doesn't want to.
Got another tick coming in.
Not gonna be enough.
Yeah, the return drain kept him up there. He was at about 75 health or so.
And yeah, that's the only reason that Von survived, is because of that return drain.
Oh yeah.
But Drake is going to be 5, and this binding is going to take a good bit of damage.
If he chooses to push up, which it looks like he's doing.
Which I think he should. Because the thing is, the binding doesn't regenerate. So any damage you put on it's permanent. If you can get the binding low enough so that you can take it in one wave of minions, your opponent can no longer go back. So effectively you're limiting his power curve. Well, your opponent can no longer go back unless you do.
Yeah. I thought maybe Dragain was going to stick around and try to get 6, but Von came back with a couple powers, so he wants to go back and see what he can do. He's going back with about 1267 Vim, I think is what I saw. So he just pops a Desire and a couple heal potions, and he's going to come back to lane. I think that was worth it.
Yep, that's another thing about Best Shaper World. When you go back, you spend all of your money. All of it, because you don't know if you're going to be able to go back again. And that's why sometimes you'll see players come back with like 7 potions. Because rather than buying another basic item, you don't want to wait in the base either.
No.
So they'll just
well, I mean, if you're close to a break point of like a major item, I can see waiting a little bit, but you got to know that you're potentially going to lose out on lose some damage onto a binding, and you can't get that back. I mean, if it was really pushed in or something, and they're just now moving up, fine, I guess. But you just got to be very careful with that.
Both players now 6, so the final flights are online. Damage of final flight level 1, 125, then comes back 2, so about 250 damage nuke. Wow, Dragon posturing very aggressively under this binding. He was what he was wanting to do is get close enough, fire the auto attack, and then use the movement speed from the chase to get him out of binding range before it fires on him. But he realized with the cadence of the shots that he wasn't going to be able to do that.
Wow, Dragain's about 3/4 of a level up on Von right now. Getting that 7, immediately going for the harass, and now he's just going to zone.
I don't blame him.
I mean, he's got him down below half, so he's just like GG. Oh wow, just giving up. Yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, we don't
think he's got it.
Have that in the rules.
Well, that's fine.
Okay, well, I guess that's going to be that then. See any point in staying here, so we'll go ahead and leave, and that'll be...
That's the first round in the books. So we will see if we can find another round here.
Well, it looks like update. Right now we see that Tarelther went 2-0 up over Merc. Yep. And of course, we just saw Dragon go 2-0 up over Von. We're waiting on the results from the rest of the games here. Let's go to the custom game lobby, see if we can't find another game.
Nope. Nobody. Nope. Nope.
Nope. That would be the answer. No, there isn't one. I gotta love that name.
Yeah.
Fortunately, nobody did not sign up for Best Nissa World, so that is not the game we're looking for.
Didn't. Alrighty, so what we will do while we are waiting for another match, we will go ahead and show a clip. We went through and pulled some clips both from our community casted games that we do here at the Shapers Guild, and also from a couple other streams around the community. And we like to highlight those in between the rounds. So we'll pull off here. Let's see, one of our competitors today is a first-time competitor with us, but he's been around the Dawn Gate a bit, NFAC Merc, so we will show a clip featuring him, and then we will be right back with more Best Nissa World. Not sure if Anafost has the damage to finish off Jason Snyder.
I'm sure he doesn't, but the tailwind's gonna go up. Doesn't matter when you get stunned up though. Chocobo X goes down. This is the time where you wish City didn't pop the ultimate earlier.
So actually, there's that finish off on Viana. Yeah. So actually, Kinsu finished off a ruin. So if he gets near that Viana, he's actually going to be able to. If he gets some sustained damage, he's going to be able to take her down pretty quickly.
Yeah. It's one of the reasons why you don't build a pure healing Viana, because that's just stacking a bunch of health, and somebody just buys Ruin and Decay, and you just have a bad time. Drain?
They're trying to finish off Shadow, and they're going to lock him up with Flynn, but
I don't know if they're going to get him. Can they get him? No, Blake
comes
in.
Blake with
Blake's
the stun.
Gonna save him. He's gonna
get
pick up
kill,
two
kills.
City in education with the drain is gonna bring
on,
City
City.
down low. One more force
There
slam,
was
and there's a
three.
triple kill from the overcommit.
Just doing them Petrus things. All about that Petrus things. So we're still not seeing any new lobbies opening up, and no new scores are reporting. So
and to answer your question, Mark, yeah, we filmed you. Of course. What did you expect?
Well, that's I mean, we stream all those, and then we split them each match into highlights, and they are here on the Twitch channel as well as on our YouTube channel. So, yeah.
Vito, how long has this tourney been going on? Not very long. We just started our first round of the qualifiers.
Yep.
So we're just waiting on results. Our first games on stream went by fairly quickly, actually.
Nos and Netter Mizuno have a game. Can you hop into that?
Absolutely. So, bonus coverage today. There we go. Yes, bonus coverage of round one. Nos Freebase versus Netter Mizuno. Oh, how the first round went. Let's take a look on the page. It looks like Netter won the first round. So this is game two.
And Netter, are you okay? Let me. Oh, yep, they just reported. So I will update our overlays and. All right, so these are both new competitors for Best Shaper World.
That's true. They have not competed before in Best Shaper World, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything.
Yeah, we'll get to see some cool new stuff, potentially. So we get a bonus match here. Just to spoil it, spoiler alert, they're both picking Nissa.
Oh, man.
I know.
And also, spoiler alert, I think Nissa's going to win.
Yeah. And
just
lose.
a hunch.
And
lose. Yeah. Oof. So, Nissa fans, rejoice and be sad. I know. But, I mean, there's a lot of people who won their first time in Best Shaper World. And by a lot of people, I mean two. Otzi and McScrag.
Yeah.
And Prime Knight, too.
Well,
Prime Knight's first one he won, too. Zeri. Yep.
There's three then.
And, Beardish.
Beardish, yeah.
But he won the first one anyway, so...
Well, it was the first one ever, and it was his first one, so...
So,
it still counts.
So that would be
still
like
counts.
all of our winners.
She put a bag on my head. Still counts. Alrighty. So we are loading in, and we will get into the game, and we will see what these two shapers have in store for us. We can't tell you what they did in the first round, other than Netter Mizuno won. So
see if the mortal side advantage is just too strong. Although I'm not sure it really matters too much. I mean, Nissa doesn't have a... Nissa has two skill shots, I guess, the wing clip and the final flight,
yeah.
So take a look at loadouts here.
Yeah, I should probably switch the camera.
Probably. Netter's coming out with, wow, okay, 10.4 armor, 10.4 power, and 44.4 health. Pretty simple loadout. Simple but effective. Let's take a look at...
30 seconds until
Ooh,
minions
excuse me,
spawn.
free bases. We got 8 power, 8 armor, and duelist.
Yep. So both pretty balanced, but just balanced in different ways.
True.
Pretty much everything else the same kind of start, though. It's only going to grant him a little more on his auto attack damage with that extra power right now. The bit more health might be what comes more into play at this point.
Well, I mean, that extra health is half an auto attack right now, basically.
Yeah.
Minions have
But,
spawned.
So
you know,
the duelist
that's,
will win in the long trade.
that's also, you know, part of Drain. So they both
That's
took
true.
Drain. You got to remember when that Drain, Drain's only 90 damage at level 1. So when you tried to do an all-in at level 1, you got to make sure that they're at 90 health or below, preferably below, because they'll still have a little bit of health regen as they're walking away before you fire that off, unless you're going to get another auto attack on them, because otherwise it ain't going to do it.
Nope, certainly not. And Nissa doesn't have a way to reset her auto attack like a Makella or a Moya. I know Gold Standard will reset Makella's auto attack, and then Shock and Recharge will reset Moya's. So the timing on the abilities here is going to actually be pretty important. Also important is going to be to take down this first wave of minions as soon as possible in each wave to let the Branching Blade actually bounce to the Shaper easily.
Yep.
And I think Netter realizes that. He's down to 1 minion, so he's playing a little bit back. Once Freebase threw down the Branching Blade, he felt more comfortable going in.
Yep.
But, oof. Didn't stand behind both waves of minions, and that'll get you a Branching Blade to the face pretty quick. Freebase
Wheel.
first to 2 picks the chase, and chasing down Netter, but he's tanking a full wave of minions. Ended up doing about 10% of his life and damage to him, at least the minions did.
Welcome to your first time watching a tourney thing, Wheel. This is Best Shaper World. It is a 1v1 mirror match tournament, so lots of Nissa, lots of Branching Blades, lots of Tala. Although Tala just kind of hangs out and watches. She's a little lazy.
Squirrel?
And yeah, 500 follower hype, so if you haven't followed us already, please do so. That'd be awesome. We are a Dawngate fan site. We also run a stream, obviously. That's what we're doing here. But we do community casted games during the week on Tuesdays and Thursdays, sometimes other nights as well. But anybody that follows us and hops in and plays games with us, we will cast those during the week too.
Absolutely.
Lots of fun. That's actually where some of the people you're going to see here today, like Merc, is one of them we were talking about. He plays. So does Dragain. We usually see him around our streams. So it's a good way to get
And
practice
in even if you don't sign up for Best Nissa World, if you want to be showcased during the tournament, if you play during our custom games there, and you make a good play, there's a good chance we'll show it here.
Yep.
Because we just showed one of Merc's. Nice triple kill coming in from a blink engage to save Amaro trying to run away. You're really bad on Nissa, but that's okay. That's okay. You don't have to be great on the Shaper in question in order to be on Best Shaper World. And uh-oh, the wing
There's
clip's
the
going
drain
back
again.
and forth. Drain down onto Freebase. Return drain coming back from Netter, and looks
And
like
that's gonna be
everything
that.
will go back to neutral.
Yep.
Well, not quite neutral. Freebase is pushed up a little bit right now. But Netter should be able to clear that out pretty easily. Oof.